No mistakes allowed. Man, I came so close to beating Calamity Ganon there. No, I healed up after the... Oh. No, it wasn't from the roll. He must have insta-killed me there. Some moves have one-shot protection, others don't. That one probably didn't. It seemed to kill me immediately from what I could tell. Like, after you get hit by an enemy attack, you can't take more damage by getting hit more. Like, if you've noticed me getting hit by Wind Blight's tornadoes there, for example. After those tornadoes keep hitting me while I'm on the ground, it doesn't do any additional damage. 4, 5, 6, 7. Boopity bop. There we go. From the roll, not the attack itself. But I'm pretty sure it was instant from what I saw. Like, it's possible, but from what I could tell. Like, I could be wrong, but... Oh, come on! Charge it up, Link! What are you doing? He missed. Of course he did. That's precious time there. My attack up potion. My oh my. But it just seemed like that move didn't have one-shot protection. I'm fairly certain that killed me instantly. What the heck? I swear I pressed right on the D-pad. Oh, I started too far. I started way too far. Man, no one cycle. Let's see here. I should be able to hit him and kill him here before he does that. Okay. Now I'm gonna have to switch to a boomerang, which I have 2 of, luckily. It'd be nice if I could skip these cutscenes too. Sick backflip, man. It's such a waste because he doesn't actually even stay up there. He always teleports immediately. Like, he never stays up there. He always teleports immediately as this phase starts. Cool. I incentivized him to go away from the throne. Ooh, wrong button. That was close, wasn't it? Okay. Oh, you missed that first strike, Link, didn't you? I need that. Where'd it go? Oh man, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Jeez. Scary. I need to switch to the Stone Smasher right now. Oh my goodness, thank goodness it has one-shot protection. That's the first time I've gotten hit by that, actually. Yikes. Whoa! Did you just see Fire Blight spawn there immediately? Wow, that was weird, wasn't it? That was wonky, huh? My oh my. I've never seen that happen before. Oh, I actually got the double stun that time. That's the first time I've gotten that. He always attacks me immediately. My oh my. No one cycle though, but oh well. Let's see here. There we go. Alright, let's see about phase 2 here. This is one where I'm probably going to have to be using some arrows here and there. I might well have to. Most likely, because I don't think I've ever one-cycled him here. I don't believe. Yeah, pull in the bomb, please. Okay, back-facing spin attack. Boopity bop. Okay, let's see here. Is there anything else I want to switch to? Not exactly. I still have that thunder sword, that thunderous great sword that I haven't used this whole time. Okay, I'm gonna have to switch to the claymore here, or Thunderblight. This is what I need. This Thunderblight is like the bane of my existence. My oh my. There we go. No one cycle. Pretty close, though. I'll just try to do it with arrows, sure. Just to do it quickly. Alright, that was a quick phase 1. I had to use some arrows, but oh well. If it helps me save time, then whatever. I have quite a few arrows anyway. Thunderblade's the hardest boss in the game. I wouldn't doubt it. Oh crap, put the bow away. Okay, let's see here. And the electric resistance, just so that he doesn't one-shot me. Okay, do your pole thing, my dude. Freaking headshot him, please. Weapon, weapon, weapon. There we go, we broke his shield again immediately. Nice. That went pretty well there. He doesn't have his shield anymore. There we go, we broke it again as well immediately. Oh. Oh. Quickly, Link. Before he teleports away. Wow. Take that, Thunderblade. Oh my goodness. Anyway. Time for this part. Okay, what are you gonna start with, my dude? What weapon do I have equipped anyway? That. That one's really hard to flurry rush. Oh, crap. I'm just gonna dodge it. Never mind. Apparently jumping to the left does nothing. Thanks, game. Isn't that fantastic? My, oh my. Okay, ancient arrows. Oh, that really sucks. This is a bad start. Yikes. Headshot, please. Okay, I know there's some bomb arrows right there. Okay. Okay, looks like it automatically switched to bomb arrows there, which is good. Let's try to headshot him here. Oh, I have shock resistance. It took off my extra damage. Oh, I probably shouldn't be putting on the shock resistance for Thunderblade then. It's probably what prevented me from killing him sooner. I'm just now realizing this. With the buffs not stacking. Oh, I actually can't put on the shock resistance for Thunderblade then. It messes everything up. Wow. Whoops. Because my system's flawed. Because my system is very flawed there. Whoops, guess I'm dealing with no attack up for Calamity here, which is why I'm going through so many arrows. Way more than in practice. Wow, that broke too? They both broke. I ran out of arrows and I had my bow break there. My oh my. Yikes. Yeah, I think it's gonna hit this time, my dude. After the first several times that it missed. Stay away from me. Don't you dare get closer. That might still hit me. Yeah, hit the wall there. Dang it. I don't like that. Not one bit. Oh, the poles. 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 Woo! Oh, crap. Don't follow me. Don't follow. Don't follow. Don't follow. Don't follow. I hate this. I hate this a lot. Oh, no, not the poles. Not the poles again. Not again. This really likes to kill me. Yikes, that is so freaking scary. Don't you dare fall on me. What did I just say? What did I just say, my dude? You freaking creepy spider dude. Spooter man. Oh, I can knock out these headshots, can't I? Oh, there's one. Ah, you missed, nerd. Boopity bop. Okay, he should be close to halfway here. I only have regular arrows left. Okay, there we go. Phase 2. This relies on me parrying one of his blows, so this is where things get risky. Okay, let's hit there a couple times, and then we position ourselves over here, and then we switch to the Royal Claymore. Then we start spinning here. Let's see here. I might have mistimed it. I did. Crap. I had the stun lock and then I screwed it up. Wow, I might be able to get it again though. Oh no. Dang it. All because that shattered there. What now, man? Oh crap. Wow! I got 3! Alright, let's time it this time. Let's wait for a second, and then we start spinning. Oh, I might have done it too early. Maybe. Okay, not that time. I didn't do it too early. Crap. Everything keeps breaking. Man, oh man. Yikes. We're finishing this off with a Thunder Sword, if I can. Oh, I could have totally Flurry Rushed that. Wow, my parries are on point. Okay, hopefully this one doesn't break. Please work. Oh, that is not it working. I mistimed it. Welcome back, Primos. Sorry, I'm kind of distracted right now. Yikes. Can I do it again? Wow. This time's the charm. Let's wait a little bit longer, and then we start spinning. Okay. Oh, I might have messed it up. I didn't actually mess it up. I gotta concentrate here. Yes!
Ganon was born out of a dark past. He is a pure embodiment of the ancient evil that is reborn time and time again. He has given up on reincarnation and assumed his pure, enraged form. If set free upon our world, the destruction will be unlike anything ever seen before. Entrust you with the bow of light, a powerful weapon in the face of evil. Link, you may not yet be at a point where you have fully recovered your power, or all of your memories. But courage need not be remembered, for it is never forgotten.
Time to finish off this game here. Yoink. Imagine if I missed that. I would have been so mad. Also, look, this fight normally happens at night, but because I glitched out of the Shrine of Resurrection, look, it's still 5:15 a.m. You can see at the bottom right. So we fight him in broad daylight. Unless it changes. It might transition. It might transition, but right now it's broad daylight, which is kind of funny for this battle. You know? That's kind of funny there, honestly. Oh my goodness. Well, now we'll basically have a full playthrough of this game done, technically. I mean, we skipped some of the parts of the story. Like this, like activating the tower on the Great Plateau. So we missed a little bit of backstory. I mean, there's all the stuff that you can do by adventuring around as well. If I ever do like a full, like regular playthrough of this game, I'll probably go around collecting all the memories and stuff. Oh, I have the, wait, I have the wrong bow. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, if I ever did do kind of casual playthrough of this game, it'd probably be on hero mode, and we probably would go around like collecting all the memories and actually getting everything done like that. Unlike this, which is kind of like, it's technically a full playthrough, but it's also kind of a joke playthrough considering, you know, we beat it within a few hours using speedrun strats. Keep in mind that I was able to do this after not playing this game for a year, still sometimes forgetting what buttons do. Look, now it transitions to rain. Okay, so it doesn't stay broad daylight forever. And having like 3 days to practice speedrun strats in order to do that, including that lock on Calamity Ganon, which I'm surprised I was able to get there, considering it was messed up twice during that last battle because of my weapon breaking. I was so afraid that that killed the run both times. Like, I was so afraid. Thank goodness my parries were on point for that. For his beam there. Or I would have missed any one of those parries and the run would have been over. Thank goodness. Imagine if it did transition, but because it did, you get a Blood Moon cutscene too, and because Blood Moon is just insta-heal Ganon to full, that would suck, wouldn't it? Oh, hey. Oh, hey. How you doing? Man, this boss is kind of epic. Too bad he's, like, unbelievably easy. You literally need to be blind to get hit by his one attack, that laser there. Like, it'd be cool if, like, he swiped with his claws or something like that. Like, there was actually some challenge here. Too bad there isn't. What a shame. Let down for the finale. Alright, because I haven't played this game in over a year, I actually forget how to jump high off of the horse. I know I can press X to jump off of the horse. I know I need to attack Ganon's eye there. I actually don't remember how to do a high jump off of the horse. Honestly. Like, is it like this? No, hold on. Yeah, the challenge was all the last phase. That's true. But how do I do a high jump off the horse? I actually don't know. Like, is there a way I can force a high jump to actually be able to get that eye there? Because when I was practicing this on my own time on my neutral save file, I had to use Rivali's Gale to get up there. Like, I actually don't know how to jump off the horse high. Apparently, I don't have to. Thank goodness for that. It would be reckless to go straight to the castle, he said.
I've been keeping watch over you all this time. I've witnessed your struggles to return to us, as well as your trials in battle. I always thought, no, I always believed that you would find a way to defeat Ganon. I never lost faith in you over these many years. Thank you, Link. The hero of Hyrule. May I ask, do you really remember me?
Alright, there it is. There we go, my full playthrough of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Oh boy. We managed to start it and finish it in the same stream during the 24-hour charity stream here. Thank goodness for that. Man, I was so convinced that we were gonna lose that run so many times, considering I tried to lock Ganon. I tried to do that stun lock where you just constantly keep spin attacking and he keeps getting stunned over and over again. I kept thinking that we were about to lose the run when my weapon broke doing that not once, but twice during the battle against Calamity Ganon, and it messed up my stun lock because of it, because I couldn't be spinning anymore. So I knew I had to like perfectly parry a laser again each time after that I messed it up. And I managed to do it anyway. Thank goodness my parries were on point. I cannot tell you how high stress that was. Did you get the world record? Yeah, the world record for beating Breath of the Wild. The new world record as of now is now 3.5 hours. I think there might have been some guy that said he did it in like 28 minutes, but no way. I don't believe him. Yeah, that's the world record there. We did it in 3.5 hours. Oh man. Well, I guess it's a good thing we started it kind of early, because unless I did start with a different game before this. No, I'm pretty sure we did restart the stream, so the time I'm live right now is the time it took. That should be 3.5 hours. Yeah, I did get the PP. Yeah, that's literally the only time I've cleared it. I haven't even beaten that in practice. I haven't played this game in like a year. I had like a few days to practice this for the sake of the charity stream, because I wanted to do something cool to show off. And whoo boy, did that ever take quite a bit of practice. Like, I barely had any time to practice Calamity Ganon, for example. Most of my time was spent practicing the bounces on the Great Plateau, bouncing off the bokoblins, the bullet time bounces. Most of my time was focused on that, honestly. Anyway, whenever we do a full playthrough of a game, if we could call this a full playthrough, it basically is. It's my full playthrough, okay? Whenever we finish a full playthrough of a game, I typically give my review at the end. So, I mean, we didn't exactly showcase all of the game. Maybe we will at a later date if we do a actual full playthrough on hero mode or something like that. Yeah, he bounced. We did it. He bounced around. Anyway, so we weren't able to show the entire story there, but factoring that in, I'm gonna give my review of the game here, because that's what I do at the end of each of my playthroughs. So, like, story kind of fell apart, but, you know, that's kind of to be expected from an open world game like this, because stories are linear. Event A happens, event B happens, event C happens. It goes in order, it has to make sense. So when you make an open world game where you can do things in any order, the story naturally falls apart. So I'm not the biggest fan of the story of this game. Like, it's passable. It's not something that you'd expect from a like recent Zelda game. Like, you'd typically expect a story much better than that, so I was definitely disappointed by it. But you know, I can't really blame them, considering it was an open world game, and it's like, story naturally falls apart when you let the player do things in any order. Like, how do you tell a linear story when the player can do things in any order? Like, it becomes tricky. It becomes very tricky to do that. The music, when it comes to this game, for the most part, I'm disappointed by the music. There are some jammers in there, like we just saw him there, for example, Sidon or Sidon, whatever his name, and his theme is probably my favorite theme in this whole game. His theme is actually a banger. Like, there are some good themes in this game. I don't hate the entire soundtrack. There are some bangers in here. Like this theme that's playing right now, Mifa's theme, for example. That one's pretty good too, her theme. this one's pretty good too, you know? So it's not all terrible. But the thing that I dislike the most about Breath of the Wild is it kind of let my expectations down the most out of like any other game that I played. Because you look at the trailer, like the E3 trailer or the trailer before that, and it plays like the most epic music, like that theme that they call the main theme of the game, even though it doesn't exist anywhere in the game basically. But the trailer theme that they call the main theme, that honestly is one of the most beautiful pieces of music I've ever heard in my life. So here I was going to Breath of the Wild being like, oh my goodness, this is gonna be a musical masterpiece. And then I play it, and it's like somebody playing piano for like the first time ever. And I was like, no, there are ways to do atmospheric music, but I feel like this isn't it. You want to see good atmospheric music? Look at Octopath Travelers. Listen to something called the Riverlands. That's something that's perfectly atmospheric and builds the world around you without being in your face and without, you know, being 2 notes every couple seconds. Like this game is, you know? Like some themes are, there are some here and there that are decent themes, like the Hyrule Castle theme is fitting for what it's supposed to be. There are some themes that are spot on for what they're supposed to be, like the Guardian theme, the moment a Guardian starts chasing you. We didn't get to hear it at all here, I don't think, during this playthrough. But the theme that plays when a Guardian chases you, for example, like it's not something that I'd listen to on my own time. But it's not meant to be, and it's perfectly fitting for what it's supposed to be and what it's supposed to express in the game. Like, oh man, you messed up, you're getting chased by a freaking giant murder bot now. Like, it perfectly expresses that. Oh yeah, this is reminding me of the Rito Village theme. The fact that that's a remix of Dragon Roost Island from Wind Waker is brilliant. Like, so there are some musical themes there that are, honestly, spot on. But for the most part, exploring around the world, I just felt like it was lacking. The world felt emptier. It felt almost kind of like Wind Waker, where it's like, sure, there's a massive world around you, but it's like a whole lot of nothing a lot of the time, is what the music portrayed. In terms of actual gameplay, there was actually plenty to do in the world, but I'm just saying the music didn't add to it, is all. That's basically what I'm saying there. So that's how I feel about the story of music. Gameplay? This game, honestly, is the most fun Legend of Zelda game I have ever played. Like, sometimes I feel like maybe I'm a Zelda fan who's not meant to be a Zelda fan. Like, I find myself getting bored by things like Twilight Princess and Wind Waker for the gameplay to the point that it feels like work to, like, get through the rest. Or I just get through the rest anyway so I can tell people, yeah, I have beaten it, so I can have a valid opinion on it, you know? I really like the story of Twilight Princess, but the gameplay just felt like such a slog. And I also typically don't like dungeons in Zelda games, for example. Like, those always feel like a chore. I like exploring the worlds in Zelda games. Going through the dungeons usually feels like a chore. Like, there's few Zelda games that have, like, dungeons that I really like. Like, playing through Link's Awakening on the Switch recently, that one, most of the dungeons I liked. Some of the later ones I hated. But a lot of the dungeons I wound up liking. But anyway, yeah, there's games like Twilight Princess and Wind Waker where it's like, I love the music so much. The story is, like, intriguing. But the gameplay just kind of bores me, so sometimes I feel like maybe I'm a Zelda fan who's not meant to be a Zelda fan if, like, you know, the common kind of formula doesn't entertain me. I mean, there's plenty of others that I like. I love Link to the Past, Link Between Worlds. I quite enjoy Ocarina of Time. Skyward Sword is my favorite Zelda game. I really enjoy that one, which we just played earlier in this 24-hour stream with the Cabela's Wiimote rifle. This theme that's playing right now, this is the trailer theme that made me think that this game was going to have incredible music, and then this theme doesn't even exist anywhere in the game. Well, I mean, we're listening to it now. It exists in the credits, I guess. But anyway. Oh yeah, one more note about music before I talk more about gameplay. I say that the main theme doesn't exist anywhere in the game. It technically exists in the final boss theme against Dark Beast Ganon there. But it's done... They try to put a piano guy in the background to try to, like, elevate it. But the guy on the piano in the background is, like, having a seizure. And... like, it becomes so absurd, the stuff that he starts doing, that there's some points that the piano literally isn't even in time with the main part there. If you don't believe me, look up the final boss theme to Breath of the Wild and listen for the piano in the background, and it won't even be in time with the main part at points. So it's like they were literally going out of their way to screw it up. It's like, come on, man. Anyway, back to the gameplay, though. Yeah, honestly, in terms of gameplay, honestly, it's the most fun Zelda game I've ever played. Like, I tend to hate on this game a lot, but hold on, just a sec. like that theme there, for example, that's beautiful. That should exist to build the world around the player, but it doesn't. Like, it's such a missed opportunity. Such a missed musical opportunity. Same with the title screen. Why is the title screen silent? They could have at least played on the title screen. But yeah, I did that there. But yeah, Seizure Piano is probably meant to emulate the Guardian theme, which also uses Seizure Piano. Maybe, but it does not go well with the quote-unquote main theme that everybody calls it. I call it the trailer theme since it barely exists in the game. I figure it has no right to call itself the main theme then. But yeah, in terms of gameplay, it's actually brilliant. Like, the amount of unexpected stuff that happens every time you go into the game, or the amount of times where you think, wait, can I do that? And you try it and it works, is just unbelievable. Like, the physics of this game are insanely good. Like, you think, can you make a lever or a catapult to launch yourself? Yes, you can. Like, there's so many different ideas that you can come up with, and you can just do using the tools in the game. And I also really like the whole idea of the game giving you all of your powers, like all of your main abilities for the rest of the game, right at the beginning, with your bombs, magnesis, stasis, and cryonis, which are all really unique abilities that are like way better than their counterparts in previous Zelda games. Well, I guess the only real counterpart one would be the bombs. The other ones are all completely unique. But I really like where it's like, once you've done the Great Plateau, hey look, there's a tower I never activated on the Great Plateau there. I really like the idea that, like, once you have the paraglider there, the world just completely opens up to you. And as long as you're persistent enough, there's not a single challenge that you can't do. It's not like other games in the Zelda series where it's like, oh, here's something that you literally can't do. Come back later when you've obtained this other thing, and then you completely forget to do that, and it's like, oh, come on. Whereas this, it's like, if you're determined enough, you can do it. Like, after the Great Plateau, I just went straight to the final boss and murderized him, for example. The fact that the game gives you the freedom to do that is actually brilliant. I love that. But yeah, I know that raised platform with a chest or two on it with a swampy boggle up near the first shrine. Yeah, I actually got that during this run without even having to use magnesis. I just did a jump and then a shield surf jump to essentially give a double jump. So I wound up getting the arrows from that earlier. Because like ice arrows and Majora's Mask in the sense that makes ice arrows freeze water. Oh, for how Majora's Mask is, I guess that could have a counterpart there too then. But yeah, also when it comes to music, the title screen being silent, that's a huge missed opportunity. Like, the title screen is like where you make a first impression for like, this game was worth your money to buy, you know? So having it silent makes a bad first impression. Like, if you want to see the best first impression from a title screen, look at Xenoblade Chronicles. Like, the Xenoblade Chronicles 1 has like the best title screen ever. I'm not saying this should be like Xenoblade Chronicles. I just use Xenoblade Chronicles as an example to show that title screen is an important way to make a good first impression on a player, by that being like the greatest first impression I know when it comes to a title screen. It took you starting a third playthrough to realize you can place one metal plank thing on the hill on one side of it to reach it instead of an elaborate wonky bridge of metal planks and metal boxes in the swamp bog stuff. I mean, yeah, what I just did is just forward X and then the shield surf button of like L, X, A, and you just jump right over and you don't even need to build a bridge at all. It's great. And stuff like that. I was just talking about the gameplay and how it gives you the freedom to do stuff like that. As I was just mentioning, the fact that you could do stuff like I was just saying, hey, I didn't even build a bridge. I just jumped over by using a well-timed shield jump. The fact that there's freedom to do stuff like that makes the gameplay of this game honestly brilliant. Not gonna lie. As much as I like to hate on this game for the story and music, I can't deny that the gameplay is actually brilliant. Like, the fact that the world opens up and there's so many shrines around the world for you to go and do and try to like complete all the challenges and stuff. And I was mentioning this earlier during the stream, but this is one of two games that while I was like in the middle of like being into it, basically, whenever I wasn't playing it, it felt like the world was calling out to me to explore. As I was mentioning earlier, the two games that did that are Breath of the Wild and Xenoblade Chronicles X, because they both have, you know, a game that's focused completely on the world and making the player feel like, man, I gotta go explore this. There's so much more to be discovered. Like, every time you hop in, there's a new adventure to be had. Like, especially with the different unique shrines, like the one island one, I forget what it's called, or the one where you have to go through like the dark forest, stuff like that. It's like every time you load up the game, there's a completely different adventure to be had as you explore around the world. So as much as I like to hate the game, I do have to acknowledge how good the gameplay is. Like, it's very respectable, actually, at the end of the day, in terms of that. I'll hate on it all the time because of story and music, but in terms of gameplay, it's a very respectable game. Also, there's only one big problem that I have with the gameplay, and that's the final boss of Dark Beast Ganon. It's too easy. The fact that you have to be literally blind to get hit with like his one attack of the laser right in front of him, and even then you could probably still dodge it, is ridiculous. Like, he should at least swipe with his claws or something like that, make it feel more intense. Instead you're just kind of riding around like, oh, wait for the next spots to appear to shoot with my light arrow. That's the main problem I had with the gameplay. Oh, and the blights are too easy. I think those are my problems with the gameplay. The final boss is like a joke, and the blights should be a little bit more difficult. Do I have any other problems with the gameplay? I don't know. All in all, gameplay's pretty solid, not gonna lie. Some more feel from Twilight Princess. I don't remember that character. I've played through Twilight Princess twice, technically, but I don't actually remember that character. It's been several years. Anyway, that was technically my full playthrough of the game done. Like, my full playthrough over 3.5 hours. So that's cool. That's a new series done. But yeah, before Breath of the Wild 2 comes out, he's the third boss. Oh, is that the underwater one? There? Am I remembering that correctly? The Zora one? Anyway, if we do, and you had to use, like, the water bombs and stuff. It's coming back to me now. Anyway, one day, maybe before Breath of the Wild 2 comes out, maybe I'll do like a full playthrough kind of for real, like in Master Mode or something like that, so we get to showcase all the Master Mode stuff. And that would be especially fun to do, considering now that I know how to do these speedrun strats, I'd be able to break the game along the way. So that could be, you know, more fun to do now that I know how to do stuff like, you know, cheesing over all the blights like I did during this run here. I mean, Thunderblight was the hardest to cheese over, but I cheesed over all of them, at least a little bit. Windblight was the only one I was able to completely cheese over, but I cheesed over all of them a little bit, at least. I didn't have much time to practice this. But yeah, so one day potentially, it might not be for a while. I have a bunch of other stuff that I want to get to first, but if there's enough interest for it, maybe I'll do like a regular actual playthrough of this game in Master Mode one day, where I actually go around doing the objectives the game wants me to. Getting the shrines, getting upgrades, stuff like that, getting the story cutscenes and stuff like that, progressing through stuff like that. And essentially doing game-breaking glitches along the way. Like, I remember you saying, Tacos, that one of your favorite glitches is like the whole airship with a guardian on a raft thing. I would totally do stuff like that along the way. Like, it seems like it'd be a fun time doing stuff like that along the way. Just like take a break from adventuring, put a guardian on a raft, and go flying through the sky on some weird spaceship thing that you've created, and hopefully it doesn't fall apart in the sky, because that's a thing that can happen. But yeah, that's that. One day we might do that. It might not be for a little while, but now technically I have a full playthrough of Breath of the Wild done. So that's a good way to transition into Breath of the Wild 2 when it comes out. Optimally, I'll have a real full playthrough of this done by then, but I can settle with this too. I can settle with this too here. But yeah, so that's gonna wrap up the Breath of the Wild part of this stream. It's currently 4:58 a.m. I have to go until 6 a.m. So I still have an hour left. I'm gonna have to find something to do here. But when it comes to the Breath of the Wild part, for this series, for anybody who could be watching after the fact, since I'm about to cut off the VOD there, thanks so much for tuning in and stuff like that. And I'm gonna switch things up. So yeah, see you then.